BW motor's looking like shit, boy. Tearing this booger down. It's gonna come out. This is gonna come out the top end, 4 bolts style. Just crack them loose, real gentle, like so you don't. In a box pattern, right? You do it in a box pattern. How'd you know? Oh my goodness. It's not good for my fucking life. That's why we rebuilt it. Just because it ran didn't mean it ran good. And this has a lot of cleaning out it needs. As you can see, it needs some cleaning out. So that's what we're about to do. You know what helps cleaning these out? It's taking this old reed cage off. Because then you can blow through the bottom end and get all that BW.
The pressure wash all in it when you get that off.
Yeah, and then you put the WD in there. You get the WD in there, and it displaces the water. Some people don't know how compounds work. We can still experiment with that. That ain't bad at all. You said if I go out there and get one of them concrete pavers, I can resurface it like that. Figure 8, yeah. All right. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready for the big time. Grab it, pull that shitty C-clip out, drive that pin out this way, and then we're back in business, tearing this down. Top end's bad because this stuff is on the piston. That's the top end. I mean, there's a little side-to-side play more than I'd like, but there ain't a whole lot of up and back. I'm gonna get this all cleared out. Get the BW all tore down. Got some more, a little more cleaning to do I couldn't do with the top end on it and the reeds on it. And then time to rebuild. Here's an old oil pump. And I've taken it apart, taken the gear off of it, got it all completely apart. I'm gonna use this for my plug. So I'm gonna get this made up with some JB weld, get it cleaned up. I'm gonna go in there and rebuild this motor real quick. We got the old oil pump all taken apart. I'm gonna seal up. Bottom end's really good. Alright guys, I'm improvising here, and I don't have it clamped down tight. Obviously, you don't want to knock that thing out of balance, but that'll hold the piston while I am putting on the cylinder, and I won't have no more bullshit. I usually use a block of wood, which I could still move around, but this way it's going to be a lot easier on me. And I may go to the bottom of the stroke. I haven't decided yet. I've got this quick steel here, and basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the old oil injector and I'm going to plug it here and here. This quick steel, it's also called steel stick, JB welds. This works really good, fast, and it'll fill a big gap. I'm going to fill the majority of it with this. Now this is the proper way to do it. I've already cleaned this with brake cleaner, so it's all cleaned out. I'm just going to mush this in here and make sure that it's flush. This is the outside, mind you. This is the inner side. And it has the gasket there. Basically, when you buy one of these block-off kits, it's one of these, but this is flat. And it's just sealed, and it comes with a little Yamaha symbol usually. But this is going to accomplish the same thing. So I don't have these 2 tiny passages sealed yet, and this is in the clutch side where the plastic impeller or the little oil pump gear is. So it's not like an air leak would be a big deal, but I'm gonna let this sit. Once it's done, I'm gonna pack what I call the good stuff in here. And instead of spending, $40 and waiting, because that's what I was up against too. I was gonna have to wait for the part. You know how it is right now with COVID. This way I'm able to seal it, and it cost me, this is $3. Finishing this up. So the plan is we're going to take this down just a little bit down the road and run a thinner head gasket just to stack that compression a little bit. Finish this up, torque her down. First top end all torqued down. I'm going to drop a little in here on the crank just because she's been setting. So we got this oil. Just a little there. Now I'm gonna pull this because I'm gonna put a new dirt digger clutch in it, and I'm gonna paint this. Guys, you never want to install a new top end with an old clutch. Look at the play in this thing. We're gonna inspect everything, and it's gonna be that. I'm also gonna paint this while it's parked. Go get it cleaned up. It'll be a nice new look. I'm gonna work on this intake right now. So I got these new gaskets, got this radiator hose, and I'm just gonna use it as a spacer to make this larger. I'm gonna cut it off flush with the end of this intake. Take this radiator hose, and it's gonna go over it, and then that's gonna let us run this 65 carb. I'm gonna try and get it as close to it as I can. And then I also have a new set of stage 2 Boyson reeds that are gonna go in it in the reed plate. It's gonna have plenty of flow going out because we're gonna set it up to where that, with that KTM pipe, it should be dumping pretty good. One of these two getting going on the BW, homie. KTM 65, KTM 85. See which one it runs better with the springs to it. And then I'm just gonna weld that bitch in there. Look good. Looking good. We're gonna go in just like this. Get the gasket on there. There's the old ones. They're still good, but the 2-stage really gives it more power with throttle response. Up high and down low. Success, boys. Success. Now, if I have to, I'll shorten this some more, which I'm hoping I can probably get this behind here if I really need to. I'm hoping it'll run fine like this, though, with the right jets and, you know, air filter on it. So, new sprocket for the front. Kick 65 carb upgrade here, and I blocked off the oil injector the old-fashioned way. So gasket off here. Get this Kickstarter working hopefully, and be on back about my business. Get this new clutch on tomorrow. Let's pull that BW clutch cover off. That rhino liner's gonna look good after a few coats. Just have to trust that I know what I'm doing, boys. So, boys, I'm gonna call it for today. I'll fix the Kickstarter shaft, waiting on the new clutch, and as soon as it gets here, it'll go on. Parts that came in today, just a Kickstarter and some chain tensioners, a couple exhaust gaskets, a air filter. I got my plastic up there, my shock, my bars, my seat, my tires, which I may change the right one. It's bumming me out a lot. Go. Got the sticker on that one, working on these others. And then I get to take everything out of here because we're painting this room today. Way behind on this video, guys, but I plan on having this finished by next weekend. So there you go. I got this Elka stage 2 shock that's about 1 inch longer than what I ran on the other one. I'm hoping I can make her work. I got these ones all already blasted for it. I'm gonna do this with that gun outside. Move your hippopotamus butt. And then I got these right here to knock out. I'll be done sandblasting. So a little explanation here as to why not all of it's bare. I just need to rough it up for that good old rhino liner to grab. But there's most of the BW parts. Got some more in here. So we've got this little outdoor gun, and I'm finishing up the swing arm and stuff, and I'm doing this frame a little bit. I appreciate you watching. Next Saturday, I'm gonna be putting this bike together. So I've got everything sandblasted. A lot of the painting and rhino lining is gonna happen this week. Waiting on a few parts to come in, and should be good to go. Get me a good riding video of it and show y'all what these little, with that carb intake and with the little bit of mods that we did to the head and the mods that we did to the pipe and the mods that we did to the actual the header bolts that connect to the cylinder at the exhaust port. So we really worked it too, and you'll get to see all that pretty much next week when we post it, and get to see how it runs. So I'm hoping it has some real good grunt to carry me around, and I hope it sounds good with the KTM pipe. So it should have some down low power, a couple of them to play with before I make it solid and weld it up. Shouldn't have any trouble springing them on there in the meantime. That's how they're mounted anyways. So you guys be sure and like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I need this BW for me. I need one to ride. I can't tear my wife's up no more. Y'all seen what happened last time I rode that.